What I believe about teaching all males is that you have to change your approach to educating males. I think that there are certain things that have to go on in the classroom in order for them to be successful. I think they need to be exposed to a variety of topics, a variety of literature. I believe that male students should be allowed to be mobile in the classroom, to move around freely. I certainly believe that male students should be exposed to higher level text and higher level questioning, and most importantly, I believe that male students should be allowed to work in teams and to problem solve in order for them to be successful in life.
You'll start off like name, it's not really gonna be names, but it's like some names they call like gay people for trying to be there. No, it's like that's how we started off. Like we'll use bits words to help our case. Like we'll use something like that they like send people to jail for hate crime. What you not let me get there hate crime.
So when they active, they actually let me see. I think they should just listen to clean music. You can do that. You can listen to clean music.
Job to you guys for staying on task as you're supposed to. And again, I make sure that everybody gets a point for teamwork as well as staying on task. But what I did here and what I do like when I walked around is the fact that everybody is really getting into their persuasive argument. I also like the fact that you have strong convictions, even if you're saying that you want to legalize marijuana. You have some very strong convictions about how you feel about it. That's very important. I like the way Quintavious was talking about how they were going to start off their argument about gay marriages. He was talking about how they were going to start off with a tactic name calling. So he was actually talking about persuasive techniques. So I just wanted to say kudos to you guys for using persuasive techniques. And also kudos for you all for standing on task and good teamwork. Thank you.
Y'all realize to show both sides of the argument, because I believe that illegal immigrants should be allowed in the United States, and the other side of the argument shows that they should not be allowed.
So watch this. Here's my suggestion. If the three of you working as a team have two opposing views, that's actually a benefit, because what you can do is, you know that how you have to consider the counter argument. You can use the counter argument from your teammates to develop that part of your essay, so it works out. So I would say go for it, and as you're developing the different parts of the essay, just use the counter and the pro argument to put it all together. Finish your expository essays on youth violence, and some of the things I told you all to do, I've noticed that some of you did well, and some of you can learn from some of your classmates. And the first thing is, I know that you have some good introduction, so I wanted to share one with you. This one says, pow, 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 as sounds of screams fill the air. Another murder this week resulting from violence. I think violence is dangerous to our youth because people get hurt and severely injured. People also end up in jail for a few things such as murders, robbing stores, houses, and banks, etc. This is a problem that has gotten out of hand, and we need to stop this problem. I have 3 ways to solve this. 3 ways. Is there anything else that he may mention in his essay based on his introduction?
How youth violence has affected his life.
How youth violence has affected his life. Anything else we take? The causes of youth violence. Everybody agree? Yeah. So what's most important for an introduction? What must we do in the introduction, Brandon? We must have a hook. What else?
Thesis.
We must have a thesis. And why do we need a thesis? Why do we need a thesis? A topic. To tell what you were talking about. To tell who? The reader. All right, how? Now, why the example of a student body paragraph. This one is from Tori Dennis. It says, youth violence is a very serious problem. I think that the main cause of youth violence is the media. The reason I say that is because they are always showing movies with people killing, shooting, or kidnapping people. Also, video games such as Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, and Far Cry 3. This is why I say that the media is the main cause of violence. What did he do well? Think about it. What did he do well? What do you think he did well?
His topic sentence.
What about his topic sentence? What did his topic sentence do for the readers?
It caught their attention and like not made it boring, it didn't make them stop reading it. Like it caught their attention and wanted to keep reading.
You thought it was attention grabbing?
He could have explained the movies and stuff just like he did the games, but overall his topic sentence is good.
What would you suggest he do with the part of his sentences about the movie? What would you suggest he do?
He should have made it more specific like he did with the video games.
Okay, so maybe giving some specific titles of movies. One more comment.
he could have like told like scenes that was in the movie that had violence in it.
Absolutely. So specific scenes. So that's what beefs you're writing up. How many people, after completing this for the 100th time, how many people feel just a little bit more confident about writing? Tell the truth. You don't have to lie about it. How many people still think maybe I need a little bit more practice, a little bit more help with writing? Which side you want? You need a little bit more help, a little bit more practice, a little bit more help. So if you need, so what we'll do for tutorial on Thursday, for those of you who stay, for Wednesday, for those of you who stay with me on Wednesday, that's when we'll work on detailed development. I'm going to give Emmanuel Dye a ding for working hard. Is that all right? All right. All eyes this way. So one thing that's important, just as important as writing the poetry is reading your poetry. Because why do you think people, when people read or share their poetry, why do you think they do that?
I want to say that it helps persuade people sometimes, and show like it may show some pain that the writer has been through, like show strong feelings.
I like that. Show strong feelings, like pain. What else? Because who wrote it? This is my art. This is something that I wrote. It's very important that when I read it, when I share it, that I show you what I felt when I was writing. Because remember, when we talked about poetry, we said one reason people write poetry is to express themselves. So, for example, when Tupac wrote The Rose That Grew from Concrete, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to hear him recite this poem. I'm not quite sure if he did. I know that others like Nick Giovanni did. But this is my interpretation of this poem. So he says, the rose that grew from concrete. Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's law is wrong, it learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from the concrete when nobody else ever cared. Now, you tell me.
Your violence is stupendous. Your violence is a terrible state. Your violence is truly great. Your violence is perpetuous. Your violence is a terrible state. Thank you.
Two things I think that is important in educating youth. Number one, written expression. I think that written expression or writing skills can be viewed as the culmination of a child's education. I think that is very important for children to be able to use their voices to state what they believe and how they feel about certain topics that are relevant to them. I also think the other thing that is important in the classroom or in the learning environment is laughter and joy. So I emphasize that with my students, that it's okay to relax and laugh and have a good time. Laughter is the joy of the soul.
Congratulations, Miss Freeman.
From the Bunche Middle School Jazz Band.
Yeah.
My name is Kaya Robertson. Congratulations, Miss Freeman. You are Teacher of the Year.